Good morning, Northwest Oklahoma. This is Joe Parsons here on KALV with my co-host and yes, Terry Parsons. Terry, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. Good morning, Joe.
So this morning, kind of the plan is I want to talk about 15 things you don't want to miss in Northwest Oklahoma. And although I know our listener base is based here in Northwest Oklahoma, um, I think sometimes we forget about what all we have here to enjoy and appreciate. So I just want to, give you a little reminder of some of the things in Alva and Northwest Oklahoma. Talk a little bit about each of those things and some of the things that I believe makes our area so special. So, starting with number 15 is the Alva Mural Society's walking tour. Guys, if you've never done it, I know we've all drove around Alva and seen the murals, but they're the group, the Mural Society, has actually been working on new pamphlets and a guided tour that shows where all the different murals are at. And there's a lot of really neat murals in there every year during their event, the Alva Mural Fest. They normally add 3 to 4 new murals. So over 20 vibrant murals in our community, anywhere from just fun, uplifting messages to historical paintings of different um, buildings and events that have happened in Northwest Oklahoma. So that's definitely something I recommend you get together with some friends or something you can do on your own and check out the Alva Mural Society's walking tour. The Alva Mural Society does have a website that you can find information and a Facebook page, I do believe. So something to check out.
Joe, do you have a favorite mural?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. There's so many neat ones. My favorite murals are probably the ones I'm kind of a little bit of a history buff. The ones that are more of the historical murals. So, um, on the Elegant Toad, there is the old train depot. That's a pretty cool one. On the Chamber of Commerce building, there is the Castle on the Hill. Um,
I do like that one.
and then the Land Run mural, which is on the Extreme um, Opton Church Youth Center. So pretty much mine are. It's hard to pick just one, but any of the ones that are depicting the historical um, pictures, those are probably going to be my favorite. How about you?
We walk a lot downtown around the square, and I always smile when I walk by the Holders mural because it depicts the Holder family in their younger days, and it just gives me a sweet smile for people to remember those days
Yes,
in the.
that is a good mural. And Hold Your Drug is actually one of our sponsors here on the radio station. We always appreciate them. If you've never been to Hold Your Drug, that's actually going to be a little bit down on this list of things, 15 things to do in Northwest Oklahoma. But since you brought it up, that is a really neat mural. And I believe the little girl in that mural is Sally.
Yes.
Not everybody knows that, but that's what I've been told
And
anyway.
is Todd also featured in that mural?
I'm sure he probably is, but I've just heard about Sally, so I'm not
And
sure.
then another one is the one by the Runnymede, where it has the band, and it has some of our local. I think it's men.
Yes.
Their faces are in the band members on there.
Yes, that is true. Um, the only one I know all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but the only one that I can remember right now is the late Richard Ryerson. I know he
Yes.
is featured in that.
Yes.
So yeah, those are definitely some neat murals and things to check out there. Number 14 is the Cherokee Strip Museum. Um, if you've never been to the museum, you need to go and check it out. If you haven't been in a few years, you need to go and check it out. We are very fortunate to have such a wonderful museum and that really curates the history of the whole area of Alva, and it's a great place, guys. Not only is it the main building, there's also the schoolhouse um, that they moved in there many years ago, the old-fashioned schoolhouse that's set up, and then there is the chapel, which is a great space for weddings and events. the Cherokee Strip Museum Annex building that has all types of different large equipment, a couple vehicles, and different things there. So a lot of neat things at the Cherokee Strip Museum. I will tell you something that they've done in the more recent years is the museum that was up in Hartner, Kansas, in old school is closing, and they needed a place for all of those items to go. And most of those are um, taxidermy type items, a lot of different animals, and they acquired that collection. So if you haven't been to the museum since they recently acquired the collection from Hartner, that's another reason to go check it out. Now, Terry, what's your favorite thing to look at the museum? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I enjoy many of the things. I know that when you all were younger, we used to enjoy the trains because you could make the trains go around, and it's a very nice train collection. Another thing is the schoolhouse. I remember every year the schools get together and they have classes at the schoolhouse. Have you ever been a part of that, Joe?
I was, yes, yep. I was a part of the one room schoolhouse. In fact, if I am remembering right, the music teacher, and now this was when I was in first grade or kindergarten, but I'm 99.9% sure I'm correct. The music teacher for the schoolhouse back then that came in and did a little lesson was one of our radio stars, the famous or infamous Rose Blanc. So I'll give her a little shout out here today. Rose and Bing can be heard on KLV every Thursday around 11 o'clock for the latest and most mature radio show. I would say my favorite room, although I have a lot and it's awfully hard to make a decision, is still probably the train room. The train room has always been kind of neat and always been something that I've really enjoyed. Um, some of the things that are also um, really neat in there is the history from the old Camp Alva prisoner of war camp. It's another really interesting display they have there. Number 13.
What about
Go
one
ahead.
more thing on that is the tours that they have and the I guess they would call them ghost hunters.
Yes, yes, it is. Top three haunted places in Oklahoma, and they do get ghost hunters in there, and then they also do sometimes some night events. So definitely something to check out, and you can watch their Facebook page for more information on that.
Thank you.
Number 12, number 13, about skipped one here, is the Alva Golf and Country Club, which is Alva's golf course that is located a few miles north of town. It's a 9-hole golf course with a real nice 9-hole golf course. They have a restaurant there that serves lunch and also a swimming pool. That is a membership organization. You do not have to have a membership to golf, I believe, but you can pay to golf, or you can be a member. And it's great to have a golf course. I myself am not a big golfer, but I know that a lot of people do enjoy the golf course, and I hear they have very tasty burgers. So get out there and check the golf course out.
Do you have to be a member to eat at the
You
golf
do
course?
not, no. The restaurant is open to the public, I believe, every day, 11 to 2. Number 12, Rialto Cinema, which is our amazing historic movie theater in downtown Alva. Guys, you've probably heard me say this, and you'll hear me say it again. We are so very lucky to have a movie theater in Alva, Oklahoma. As a town of 5,000 people, having such a quality movie theater is something we are very lucky to have. And I encourage that every chance you get to go out and watch a movie and support it, because it's great to have a movie theater in Alva. Now, I will tell you, I am a member of several Facebook groups that are in surrounding areas such as Enid and Ponca City. And with Ponca City of a population of 15,000 and Enid a population of over 50,000, those two places do not have a movie theater. So I cannot say it enough how lucky Alva is to have such a quality movie theater that gets wonderful films and has a great snack bar. So check out Rialto Theater 3-screen movie theater, and they're always showing good films. And then the concession have great sodas, snacks. Check them out too. And then a little bit newer edition, which is not in Rialto, but right next door, is one of Terry's favorite places, Showtime Nutrition, that has the loaded teas and protein shakes. A great addition to Alva there, and a place we both really enjoy going to.
Yes, I do love the movie theater. Seems like when we go in spurts. We'll go like every day for about 3 weeks, and then it might be a little bit. But they always have very great movies there. Kids, I think they're open even in the afternoons. I think they do a matinee in the summertime. So if you get a chance, go check it out. And their snack bar. If you are just going in for snacks, I think they even offer discounts, so you can go in when the movie's not even showing and grab a Coke or a buttered popcorn or a hot dog.
Yes, ma'am. Number 11 is something that I don't know quite as much about, but Terry is real familiar with, and that is downtown shopping. Um, and when I say downtown shopping, I want to extend that to not just downtown, but to all of Alva. There's a lot of great independently owned shops, um, and it's something that we're very fortunate to have the amount of shops we have. But downtown specifically, there's a lot of women's clothing shops. And then my favorite stores downtown, of course, Holder Drug, um, great store for gifts, pharmacy, and then the uh, soda fountain in the back.
They also have a bridal registry there and a baby registry at Holders and also at the Copper Penny. So if you have family or friends in the area that are getting married, they may be registered there. It's great to shop local and buy their gifts at one of these establishments.
I agree 100%. And I've also really enjoyed the Lazy Coyote, which is 16 stores in one, I believe, which is um, I hate to use the word flea market because it's a lot nicer than a flea market, but that's the word that comes to my mind. All different little shops in there, so definitely check them out when you're looking for uh, something unique that you might not be able to find anywhere. Everything from new women's clothing to vintage items and antiques. Number 10 is the Northwestern Oklahoma State University campus and museum. A lot of people do not know that the university has a natural history museum that is open to the public, and that is something that is a really, really neat museum, and definitely recommend checking it out. And we're just doing a walking tour of the campus, a great place to walk. We are fortunate to have a beautiful university here in Alva, and there's always something going on at Northwestern, whether that's being with the arts programs, art shows, theater, band and choir, and then of course Northwestern football, basketball, volleyball, soccer, baseball, softball,
Track.
all types of entertainment opportunities provided by Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Number 9 is the new Corey Washburn Family Memorial Swimming Pool. I actually went to the pool yesterday. Went down the slide for the first time. I will tell you, it is fast, and I can't say enough great things about the swimming. It is a absolutely wonderful place. The folks that keep it running, we should appreciate them. Um, Courtney Nasarella and Crystal Lee are kind of teamed together. They are the director and assistant director of the Alva Recreational Complex, but they've taken on also the management of the swimming pool. And I will tell you that our pool is by far the best swimming pool in the area. And where else can you go with a family of 4 and have a full day of entertainment for only $16? That's a pretty great deal, I would say. Number 8 is Bratz Menagerie. Bratz Menagerie is a petting farm that is located west of Alva. They're open by appointment only, and they have all different types of animals. And I will tell you, I've talked to Jody Brat. who is also one of our, I mean, I call her radio personalities, who comes on with Ben and does the chamber chat at noon one day in the week, normally on Monday. She said it's amazing how many people they get from out of town. I mean, a lot of people come from out of town, but they say they very rarely see locals out there. And I think it's something that we just don't really think about because we've been in Alva so long. So definitely something to think about doing on the weekend, or maybe a good place to host a birthday party or event. And then also, they have the largest round bale hay maze in Oklahoma during the fall. So definitely get out there, check out Brat's Menagerie. Number 7 is Graceful Arts. Graceful Arts is a art gallery and studio that's located on the downtown square, specifically the Alva First Friday Art Walk. The first Friday of each month, they have the Art Walk, which is a great event. Stores are open a little bit later and different things going downtown. And then also with that, the Old Man's Art Gallery, which is another art gallery downtown located in the historical Bell Hotel that is owned by Warren Little. So check out those two art galleries in downtown Alva. Number 6 is Alva Beer Co. Alva Beer Co. is Alva's, I'm going to call it new brewery, and I will probably call it the new brewery until we get another brewery. So I'm guessing it will always be the new brewery. Great pizza, great brews, great entertainment. They always have stuff going on. They've really done a great job of helping bring people downtown, and want to thank the Williams family there. It is a wonderful restaurant. It's family friendly, and I really enjoy going to see some of the live music. They've had live music, comedy shows, um, Singo. We had a lot of fun
Trivia, yeah.
at their Singo night, which they do, like I said, all different types of stuff down there. Really neat place. Get out, check it out, try their pizza, delicious wood fired pizza, and fun events, and then great brewery beer that's brewed right here in Alva, Oklahoma. Number 5 is Alabaster Caverns State Park. It's not in Alva, but it's only a short drive, about 30 minutes. Um, it's a really neat place. One of the only places in the world that you can tour a a cave of that type. Um, Definitely a fun activity to do on a hot day. Whenever you go down in the cave, I believe you go down about 80 feet, and it takes you about an hour, hour and 15 minutes for the tour. It's about 55 degrees in the cave, even on the hottest day. So, a really fun, cool activity to do in these hot summer months. Now, I
What's
don't,
in the cave, Joe?
well, it's just all types of, well, bats,
Oh,
first of all, but you're not going to see very many bats right now.
right.
Um, if you want to see the bats, the best time to go is going to be November through January.
Oh, very good.
But right now, I was out there the other day on a tour, and saw one bat, but really neat place. Not only do they have the caverns, they have some hiking trails and camping available, and it's just outside of Freedom, Oklahoma. So go check out Alabaster State Caverns. Number 4 is Little Sahara State Park, Sand Dunes, which is a wonderful state park to ride four wheelers, dune buggies, side by sides. Brings in people from all over the United States, and a wonderful state park to check out. Even if you don't have the four wheeler or the side by side, it's still neat to see a 1,600-acre desert right here in northwest Oklahoma. Number 3 is digging for salt crystals at the Salt Plains. Again, not all of these are in Alva, but they're within a 30, 40-minute drive. Is the only place that you can find the selenite hourglass crystals. And I will tell you, during the summer, being at our restaurant, 818 Diner, we I talk to people almost weekly that are here to go to one of the 3 state parks. And so um, we are very fortunate to be right here in the middle of 3 great state parks. So definitely check out the salt crystals if you're going. Um, Recommend you wear sunscreen. You will get the worst sunburn you've ever had because not only do you have the sun beating down on you, you have it reflecting off of the salt, um, and sunglasses as well. But it is a lot of fun to go out and dig salt crystals. And then there's also the Salt Plains Lake, which is it's called a lake. It's more of a marsh. It's not a boating lake, but it's good for hiking, good for kayaking, and also fishing. And then also something that a lot of people check out there is bird watching. You can see all different types of birds, and with it being a salt lake, there is a lot of birds that are on migration that stop there. Everything, from bald eagles to pelicans. So a really neat thing to do out there is to go bird watching. Number 3 on my list is going to be something that might be um, a lot of people don't realize that you can go and visit, and that is the Alva Municipal Airport Museum. We are fortunate to have so many museums in our community, and they're not all real promoted, but the history of aviation in Alva, Oklahoma is very interesting. And I enjoy going out to the airport and looking at that museum and going out and watching the planes fly in. They're very friendly. They're always happy to have visitors at the airport. And Alva is very lucky to have a wonderful airport facility that we do. I was actually talking to a good friend of mine, Bob Baker, who is one of the a pilot here in Alva that flies quite a bit. And he was telling me a statistic. I believe it was in 1970 that Alva had more pilots per capita than any other town in the United States in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
And then also, Alva's airport has more aircrafts than some of the larger airports in cities that are 15,000 population plus. So, definitely great to have a great municipal airport and something that you can check out.
Do they offer flying lessons out there?
They do. Brandon Farney from Kiowa does have a flight school that he does flying lessons. So if that's something you're interested in getting your pilot license, that is something that can be done here in Alva, Oklahoma. Number 3, um, which is um, a new place. Um, Wait, I think I already said number 3. Number 2,
Yes.
a new place here in Northwest Oklahoma. And with the all school reunion, I know a ton of people were there, is the Nightlight Nightclub. Guys, I will tell you, it's a really neat place. It is something that is geared towards more the younger generation and the college students. But this past weekend, we had um, the all school reunion, and I will tell you that there was everybody out there from age 18 to just be able to get in the door. To I'm not going to tell you who it was, but I know I saw someone that was 86 years old out there. Again, I'm not going to tell you who it was, but it was all a very diverse crowd this past weekend. A really fun and neat place to check out that you would not ever imagine that Alva, Oklahoma would have something like the Nightlight. Um, and then number 1 on my list, a little bit biased here, but I had to put it as number 1 because my wonderful mother, Terry Parsons, whenever I don't have a guest, gets up early on her day off and comes and talks on the radio with me, is 818 Diner. Delicious American food. Open every day but Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2, and then open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. You can order your food online and pick it up at the window, or you can call us at 580 327 9500. American food, chicken fried steak, chicken strips, a delicious breakfast, all the classics served at 818 Diner. Actually had a Facebook memory the other day I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
Was 2 or 3 days ago, where it said 6 years ago, and it was a picture, our family picture, standing in front of the sign. The sign at the time was actually for Red's Barbecue. So we just with the 6 year anniversary of us actually owning the building, our 6 year anniversary of being
Opening.
open is coming here in September, I
Yeah,
believe.
late September, mid
Late-
to late September.
Mid to late September. We've
I
been
think
there
it was
6 years.
right before the car show.
Yep. Car show weekend was our opening
Yes.
weekend, which was not the best idea ever, but we made it work.
Yes, we did.
Is there anything you want to talk about on the diner, Terry?
Well, you were talking about museums, and obviously the diner is a restaurant, but it is also a little mini museum. Historical artifacts from Alva can be found all throughout the restaurant on the walls, hanging from the ceiling. There's many pictures of from all the way back before Alva was a state to to now, and you'll see we have pictures of things from the high school, and if you go and you know people in town and they grew up here, you may recognize them in some of those pictures from when they were quite a bit younger.
Yes, yeah, it is. I hear that all the time. That it's like a little museum there at the diner, all different types of historical photographs and artifacts on the wall.
We
So,
also have delicious espresso drinks. Our espresso beans are sourced from a roaster in Wichita. It is very good. If you haven't tried it, swing by and get a cappuccino or a latte.
yes,
And we have homemade desserts. And something we've just recently started doing is homemade ice cream. Joe's brother, my son Max, has recently started concocting different kinds of ice cream and sherbets and a few ices. We don't have any ices right now, but we do have watermelon. No, not watermelon. Cherry limeade sherbet. It's color of watermelon, so I keep thinking it's watermelon. Very good. We've got a coffee ice cream with chocolate chips. It's a mocha, and this week I believe he's going to craft a few more. So I'll swing by and find out what kind of ice cream flavors we have. They are good.
yes, ma'am. They are good. And one of the things we were talking about was earlier on our list that I forgot to mention was downtown shopping. Um, but not only downtown, we recently went, which I hadn't been there in a long time, and to be completely honest, I am not a cowboy one bit. I've never claimed to be a cowboy. I do own a cowboy hat though, but Bar S, um, not the hot dogs, the clothing store, um, which is out east of Alva, kind of by Windy Ford.
East, west,
West,
west.
directionally challenged here this morning. Sorry about that, guys. West of Alva, if you go east of Alva, you're not going to find it. I guarantee you that. West of Alva, towards Wendy Ford, is Bar S Clothing Store, men's and women's clothing, boots. They had some great sales for Crazy Days. Got some neat shirts that did not make me look like a cowboy. So even if you are not a Western wear fan, I definitely recommend you check out that store because they were super nice and had some great deals for Crazy Days. I don't know if they still have their sale going, but
Yep, they have jeans and they have FR clothing if you're in an industry that requires that. And then they have excellent looking Western shirts as well.
yes, ma'am. Alva is such a great community, and I want to say we do have a reputation for friendly neighbors and being a tight knit community. Um, I will tell you that we are so lucky to live in a community that cares so much about one another, and I hear that from people all the time. Whenever people are visiting, they just talk about how friendly everybody is here. Um, Alva, some quality of life things that we have here in Alva are, affordable housing with a low cost of living, low crime, clean and parks and well kept neighborhoods. Alva's a great place to raise a family or retire, and we have great access to local health care. I know that, again, our listeners are here in Alva. Um, and here in Northwest Oklahoma, whether that be Cherokee, Winoka, and then some of southern Kansas up in Iowa. But just want to give everybody a reminder that even though sometimes it doesn't feel like that you live in the best place on earth, I promise you do. I see those bumper stickers often that say, "Lucky me, I live in Alva," and I think that those are extremely true. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and then we will be right back. So, thank you.
Holder Drug, your local pharmacy. Stop in and check out some of the new available items at Holder's, starting with our hanging scrolls and banners. Expecting a child soon? Holder Drug is the perfect place for your baby registry. Find more information by stopping by the store or visit us online at holderdrug.com. As always, free delivery with your medications and prescriptions, along with specials at the fountain. That's Holder Drug, located on the downtown square, right here in Alva.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture.
Clean harbors, hazardous waste disposal, and recycling services provide the widest range of recycling, treatment, and disposal options for all your hazardous waste streams. Unmatched in North America, our infrastructure of hazardous waste management facilities services all of the U.S. and Canada, northern Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We handle both drum and bulk hazardous waste in liquid, solid, semi-solid, sludge, and gas forms. One call handles all your hazardous waste disposal needs. Located in Winoka, where we proudly support our railroaders.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Okay, guys, we are back. If you're just now tuning in, this is Morning Radio with Joe Parsons on KLV. I do want to stop and give you a little bit of a weather update. Here in Alva, it's currently 83 degrees and sunny with a high of 101 and a low of 79 degrees today. It's going to be a hot one, guys. Be weather aware. Make sure if you are working outside, you are staying hydrated and staying as cool as you can with it being triple digit weather today. So it's going to be a hot day, and be careful with the heat. Like I said, you're tuned in to KLV Morning Radio with Joe Parsons, with my co-host Terry Parsons. And now I do want to give her the opportunity to talk about something we talk about often whenever she's on, which I just kind of came to me, is a little gardening segment and a garden update. I know there's some things right now that you're working on in your garden. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, right now with the heat the way it is and not a whole lot of rain, if you want to make sure that you water your garden frequently, probably every day. If you feel like it's got enough water, it probably hasn't. The minute you start to see your plants droop, get them some water. This has been a problem in the past where I feel like, oh, I watered it so good, and then the next day, especially for your raised gardens where there's more drainage, if your plants are drooping, get them some water. When they're drooping, they are more susceptible to pests and disease. Right now, my garden is full of cherry tomatoes, and I need to go pick them before they start going bad. I've got peaches, and I learned something about. I have a peach tree. I learned something about peaches the other day. Of course, there are several varieties of peaches. I've been seeing all these people telling me that they're harvesting their peach tree, and I'm wondering how are they doing that, because my peaches are hard as rocks. But I have a freestone variety which doesn't ripen until later, and this week probably will be the week that they ripen. They're still pretty hard, but I can pick a few and put them in a paper bag overnight, and they are delicious and ready for eating. Another thing I have in my garden is squash, and we had some last night for supper. I went out and picked it and cut it and ate it, and it was delicious. So if you do have your garden, do not let it dry out if you want to keep it, for the next couple of months.
Tell me some of the things that you're growing in your garden.
Oh, I have black-eyed peas, and a lot of people don't like black-eyed peas, but if you cook them with smoked sausage and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of onion, they are delicious. They are not the easiest thing to do. You do have to shell your peas first. I have a little bit of okra and corn. I harvested my corn yesterday. My corn did not do so well. It was pretty small, and I think once again I didn't water it quite enough, but it is good. But I got all my corn off, and I'm thinking about planting some more. I think I have time to plant another crop of it. So, is there something specific you were wanting to talk about? No, cucumbers. I have some cucumbers, and they are doing okay. But of course, squash and tomatoes are going crazy. And I have a couple of watermelons, so we'll see. I have a couple watermelon plants, and they have maybe 4 or 5 watermelons on them. We'll see. Usually, I don't do very well with those, but I'm going to keep my eye on them. They're okay right now.
Yes, and if you, first of all, I do want to say, one of the first things she talked about that she said most people do not like are black-eyed peas. I am in the demographic of most people. Not quite sure what their purpose is, because they sure are not good for eating.
They are delicious, and your brother also thinks so, and your dad, and my dad.
Again, maybe
So you are
out of
outnumbered.
5 people in Alva that like black-eyed peas, I guess 4 of them are related. But enough on that. My favorite thing we grow in the garden is yellow squash. It's delicious, cooked many different ways, whether you fry it, bake it, saute it. That's definitely my favorite thing. If you don't have time to have a garden, or you don't have space to have a garden, but you still want those delicious fresh vegetables, Alva does have a farmer's market.
Yes.
They're open Tuesday nights from, I believe, 6 to 8, and then Saturday mornings from 7 to 11 or noon. So definitely go out, check out the farmer's market if you want to get some fresh vegetables but don't have to grow it. I actually saw a post on Facebook the other day, and it said, "My tomatoes are finally ready. After spending 20 hours and $200 on supplies, I now am saving $5 on tomatoes." And I think that's probably very true when it comes to gardening, but if you love it, it's worth it. And I know it's one of Terry's favorite things to do, is to get out there and just spend time in her garden. And the vegetables that you do grow are a little bit better than what you can buy at Walmart. But definitely something to check out is the Alva's Farmers Market, if you haven't ever checked it out. From baked goods to handcrafted items, and of course vegetables. This past weekend, you may have seen the town extra busy, and the reason is there was a lot of stuff going on. Crazy Days downtown, the all-school reunion, and then the Crazy Cool Boulevard Cruise, 3 events that kind of came together and worked together. It was a great weekend in Alva. Wouldn't you agree, Terry?
Oh, I would. There was a lot of people that hadn't been back to Alva in a long time, and they got to see that we were a thriving, lovely community. It wouldn't surprise me if we got a couple people even moved back to Alva.
You know,
been
I
gone.
think you're 100% right. Alva's such a great place, and all types of great things. I want to thank the fine folks at the Alva Education Foundation, which is led by Elizabeth Richie, and they did a wonderful job. And the board
Put thousands of hours into it.
thousands of hours. I mean, this
prepare
event
this.
Went off without a hitch, I'm gonna say. And I mean, they've been planning this since 2020. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. I very, very glad that they had this event. And like I said, it's always great to see people come back and enjoy Alva. And just thinking, if someone hasn't been to Alva in 5 years, how Alva has changed in the last 5 years, the last 10 years, the last 20 years. It's absolutely, great to see people coming back and checking out. They did everything from a golf tournament to school tours and just a little bit of everything.
Parade.
So, a parade. Lots of great stuff that went on here in Alva's. Well, guys, we're gonna take another quick commercial break, and then we will be back to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us here on KALV.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
This
Very
is
fortunate to live, to work, and to be able to play in this part of the world. We're also thankful for all of our blessings, our friends, and our neighbors in and around the Winoka area. One of our big blessings is having our own animal doctor. That's Dr. Michaela Zook. Dr. Michaela Zook is now located in downtown Winoka and can be reached at any time by telephone, 580-554-0226. Dr. Michaela Zook. One more blessing. And our hometown veterinarian.
Core Bank in Winoka was so named because of their customers. The name speaks to strength, substance, strong character, plus sound banking principles, heart, and soul. Offering strong, convenient banking in their community has been the aim, the goal of Core Bank of Winoka, with a foundation dating to the early 1900s and shepherded for the last 50 years, headed by President Mick George and now Weston Hill, Vice President and Loan Officer. Core Bank, member FDIC, serving the community from downtown Winoka. Call or come by, proudly supporting all things Northwest Oklahoma. Go Rails! Warm up with a class at Northwest Technology Center this month. Choose one of our evening classes, including computer fundamentals, cooking, health-related courses, business development, and much more. Northwest Technology Center also offers training for your business at your convenience. Contact us today for more information at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life.
We're back. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to Morning Radio here with Joe Parsons on KALV. It's been a wonderful show talking about how great Northwest Oklahoma is and how great Alva is. So please also remember to tune in to some of our other programs. The Chamber Chat, which happens noon, normally on Mondays, depending on the schedule of the Chamber of Commerce, where they're talking a little bit about what's going to happen this week. And then also Thursday, we have Rose and Ben, the latest and most mature morning show at 11 a.m. Rose Blanc, Ben Buckland, two absolutely hilarious characters there, and you never know who they're going to have on with them. A great show to check out and listen to. So, guys, I appreciate you tuning in to KALV. Have a great day.